very shady this season, haven't we? It's been a lot of like little jabs. I think Tamara's my top shady girl right now. Her confessionals of being like, they're both shit.
Welcome to Snatched, a Gay Times original series where each week I will be chit-chatting with the latest eliminated queen from RuPaul's Drag Race UK. This week we're speaking with Banksie. Banksie, how are you?
Hello, welcome to my toilet. It's great.
Are you in a toilet? Are you actually in a toilet?
I'm not sitting on the toilet, but I am in a bathroom because the lighting is so much better in this hotel room when you're sitting near the sink. I don't know why.
Where in the world are you right now? Are you in the UK? Where are you?
Oh, I wish I was jet setting, but I am in London right now. Very different from Manchester, but I'm in a lovely hotel, so I'm having a nice time.
We have to talk about Drag Race because you were on the show.
Was I?
Yeah. So talk about that. Your exit was iconic, groundbreaking, trailblazing, innovative, I would say. I don't think any other queen has done that, no?
No. Well, when I was thinking about it, it was either going to be RuPaul, you've made a mistake, I'm not leaving, or it was going to be I've got to walk the runway one last time. I knew before it all came out that these looks I pulled for this series, my package was without a doubt amazing. And that's just me saying that myself. But, I had to do it one more time. It's an amazing experience. I just wanted to feel it again one more time.
Yeah, I mean, your fashion was it was too much this season. It was so incredible. I assume you're going to be posting your unseen looks each week,
of course. Yeah, so I've worked with some amazing photographers over the last couple of months to be able to like get them the highest level they can be. Because I think that even though I'm not walking the runway on the show, people will still be interested to see what all of us girls who have been eliminated, what we're going to bring, what we could have been showing on the show. I mean, have you seen Alexis's? Alexis's looks that she's been pulling out every week. I would have gone home. Like literally, if it's so amazing that I would have panicked, honestly.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing them. So looking forward to seeing them. Do you think you deserved your bottom two placement this week?
I can see where the judges were with, what they thought. I think that it was such a strong musical. I think if I had been on doing that role in any other musical, I probably could have made the safe. But when everyone was at top level at Top Game, they were splitting hairs, and I think we indeed did deserve it.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what? It was the kind of musical where I was like, okay, is RuPaul going to do a top two again? Because I was like, how is she going to send anyone home?
I know, and like me and Dee, like two people who have like shown ourselves as like contenders. It's such a. I think people are so shocked the amount of love that I'm getting right now on social media. I've had to turn my phone off; it broke last night. Like I think I had something like 500 messages on Instagram, and I couldn't look at them all. I'm gonna have to spend all today, just slowly going through everything and saying thank you to everyone. But yeah, people are a bit upset, and that is kind of nice. But also, I don't want people to be upset about me. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, well, I put Banksy into Twitter this morning just to look at the response. And I think upset is not a word I'd use. I think I would say absolutely fucking fuming is the They're not happy.
They're not happy, but that just means so much to me because it means that at the end of the day, people will want to see more. Welcome to the Banksie supremacy. It all starts here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How did you react when you found out that the lip sync song this week was going to be "I Dreamed a Dream" by Susan Boyle? Boyle.
Oh, I was going to make a joke then about Sue's party she had, but no. But no, you know what? I'm a parking lot girl most of the time, so I love the idea of just being like, there's no need for tricks, there's no need for doing anything that's gonna, I'm not going to do a flip and a backflip to Susan Boyle. I just want to stand there and look RuPaul dead in the eye and go, this is exactly why I'm going to stay. And imagine that song being my elimination song. I dreamed a dream and it got taken away from me. That's exactly how it feels. You know what I mean? It's like, that was my dream and it's ended. Avenge me,
What kind of song do you think you would have defeated Dee Dee to?
You know what? Last week's lip sync, I really wanted to do it. I really wanted to do The Only Way Is Up. That was the one when we got our little earphones and we were listening to tracks. I was like, oh, I could kill this song. This would be so much fun because it's like you can move, you can dance, but you can throw so much camp into it. And I might be a supermodel, but I'm very silly, just a little bit goofy. You know what I mean?
We have to discuss the drama that you brought in episode 4's Untucked because I fucking loved it. It was television. How did it feel watching that back months after it actually happened?
You know, I was sitting in a bar in Bristol called Queen Chilling, and I was dressed as David Bowie, and I was shaking, like I was physically shaking the entire episode to that point because I think when you're in something, it feels so much more heightened in the moment. So I was there like, did I throw a glass? Did I punch someone in the face? Have I killed someone that's on this show? Like, what? Why am I so anxious? And when it came out, I ended up going, oh, that was a bit underwhelming. You know what I mean? Like, we just had a very heated debate, a very heated moment, and then was able to. I think my thing that I took from that was actually well done to me for stepping out because that's something that I usually do and I was scared to do on the show is like have a moment for myself and follow myself. But when I stepped out, I was able to really pull myself together, make my brain think what it was meant to bring, and then just try and bash it out. I think that's what we should do, and that's a very sisterly thing to do in drag community. Is we fight, we push each other, we maybe say the wrong thing, but if you can step out and realize that these people are in the exact same position as you and they're very scared as well, then we can move forward as a team. Do you know what I mean?
It was the drama I needed. Do you know what? Sometimes I like RuPaul's Best Friends race, but a lot of the time I like it.
Yeah.
I like it when drag queens are shady motherfuckers to each other. That's what we need for television.
We've been very shady this season, haven't we? It's been a lot of like little jabs. I think Tamara's my top shady girl right now. Her confessionals of being like, they're both shit. Love it. Da, da, da. And it's like it's so funny. Tamara's one of the funniest people on earth and the prettiest, so I wish she was dead. But it's so funny that this season has so many quips and grabs and jabs and all that stuff. I don't know if they're still going to happen when I've got, but maybe I was the catalyst for shade on this season.
I mean, one of my favorite moments is when Vicky is just saying, you've annoyed me, and then you instantly hear back, you've annoyed me.
You know what? I was holding on to that for so long, like because obviously they're having to cut what was 40 minutes into 3. So it was probably like the jump cuts were maybe a little bit too on the nose, but I did feel that way. I to this day still believe that I was thrown a little bit under the bus, and I'll tell you for why. Because if RuPaul asks who was the problem person in your team, I would have gone easy peasy. Yeah, if you want to say me, that's fine. You say me. RuPaul never asked who was the worst person. She was just asking how you did, how you think you did. You know what I mean? And to bring someone else's name up in that to me is a little bit like avoiding your own fate. You know what I mean?
No, admittedly, when I was watching it, when RuPaul went to Vicky and then Cara, I was like, oh, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that. But I was like, but kind of do that because I want the drama.
But I also love them going, them having a little handhold, like they're doing amazing 3D, like that editing genius. Whoever did that, I was editing genius.
Oh, I really wish you hadn't gone, Banksie. I want more drama. I want more of it.
I'm not just drama. I'm also fashion. I'm also hilarious. I'm also very stupid and goofy. So yeah. I've loads to bring. But the good thing is that there's going to be plenty of opportunities to show people on.
And you're also, of course, representing 7-foot non-binary drag queens from the north.
Yeah, representing taffy pullers all across the nation. Yes.
On the show, you opened up about your relationship with your trans partner, which was really beautiful, and I think a conversation that isn't often had on mainstream television. So how did viewers respond to that?
Oh, you know what? I had the most amazing response. It was people who are in trans relationships, people who came out as trans to their partner and had to leave their relationship. Just a load of beautiful trans people coming to me and going, this has helped my mum understand my love with my partner. This has helped my family grow. This has helped me understand that it's okay for me to be trans with my partner. And although I'm not trans Mother Teresa, you know what I mean? I'm not going to fix all the problems in the world. I'm just speaking on my experience when actually trans people should have the opportunity more to speak for themselves. I'm just speaking from my relationship, but yeah, also for Vil slash Ol, depending on who you're talking to, for her to have that moment of just, knowing. She said to me, she was like, it's just nice to know that you unconditionally love me and you just said it to the world. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best late Valentine's Day present you could give me.
Oh my God. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is
Love
beautiful.
some people. They're pretty great.
You were 1 week out from Snatch Game.
Mm.
How does it feel missing out on the challenge?
Well, I was gonna win it, so it would have been one. I mean, the funny thing is, I was doing a bit of a decline. I felt in that point of the show from my win. You know what I mean? And although sausage and mashed dead sexy was definitely a moment, to be honest, but I just knew that the challenge next was going to give me that extra boost. I was so prepared for Snatch Game this year. I've done quite a lot of tapes of Drag Race all the way since season one, and I've done a different character every single year for my tape. And this one, I was like, oh, that's good. That's the best one. That's really great.
All right, come on, tell me, who is it?
Oh, okay. So, the artist, Banksy. I was going to be in a balaclava and a riot bra with massive tits, courtesy of Dee Delicious. And I was going to be basically Banksy, but the whole thing was, who is Banksy? So which celebrity is pretending to be Banksy? And obviously, it had to be Lorraine Kelly. So it was Banksy in a balaclava, but with Lorraine Kelly's voice. And then halfway through Snatch Game, we would do a reveal yourself. And basically, it was going to be Lorraine Kelly. And she would basically take over the show from Rue and do the entire thing herself, because she's the queen of presenting in general. But I only made that up, actually. I only picked Lorraine Kelly because didn't Lorraine Kelly once say that she was a character herself? She wasn't real, to do some kind of like tax thing. Like, they tried to like take more of her earnings, and she went, "Well, Lorraine Kelly is a character, so actually I can make more money." I was like, "Oh my God!" So Banksy's not real, Lorraine Kelly's not real. They've never been in the room at the same time. What if they're the same person?
This is very
Illuminati.
yeah. But also it explains where Lorraine Kelly is half the time, because she's never on a bloody show, which Danny Beard called out earlier.
That was so funny. That was so funny. The kids aren't even in school. But they were. A kid's like 25.
Can you give me a bit of your Lorraine?
So basically, it was a lot of screaming, and then basically she would be having a spray paint can, just like spraying Rue in the face with it, like painting on Dee, whatever. And then she'd turn. Well, Dee would be home by then, but then she would go around. She'd just go, "Hello, Rue, how's she? I'm definitely not Lorraine Kelly." And then she'd just do that the entire time. It was basically like being like, Lorraine's really bad at keeping this secret. She's really bad at this.
I am fuming. I'm fuming because Naomi Carter was going to do Brenda from Scary Movie. We've missed out on that. And we missed out on Banksy, Lorraine Kelly as Banksy. Banksy as Kelly as Banksy.
Yeah, it's a multi-layer piece. It's art. I'm Cheddar Gorgeous's drag child. I have to art.
Bloody hell. Banksy, what is next for you?
Oh, God. Who knows, I'm just really rolling with it. I want to be able to travel more, see more of the people who've supported me, get to go around the world. I want to do more fashion. I want to be on the biggest runways in the world. That's the dream. I also have a dream that I want to be MC on the West End in Cabaret. I want to be the first drag queen who's a professional drag queen to play that role as a little lanky androgynous MC. I feel like my redeeming factor is I went home on the musicals, and I've now got to do a massive musical to make up for it.
We'll get you a Tony, or what do they call it? What is it? What is a British Tony? What's the? We'll get you an Olivier.
I love that. She's really nice.